Hello everyone. Today I'm showing off my first GBC compliant closed loop system. I've got a motorized input hopper with a revolving door spacer, the lifter, and 1.5 turn spiral and the ball return. Before I fire this up, I want to show you how the lifter works because it's hard to see. Basically what I have is a bunch of S-curves like this, with these spinner bars in the middle. And as the gears turn, the bars rotate and gradually lift the ball up from one level to the next. And each bar passes it on to the next one until it gets to the top. And of course, in the real lifter, this continues off to the side and dumps it out to the right side. You'll notice that the centers of these bars are not lined up because the way the S-curves work, they're slightly offset. So to solve that, the shafts come through the back and run into gears, and then I use gears at a right angle that are variable length. And that brings all of these through this piece here into gears that are aligned and all driven off the central drive shaft, or the main drive shaft, I should say. It's not actually centered. And to drive these in opposite directions, I just alternated whether the drive gear is at the bottom or at the top. So you can see as the gear turns, these are now rotating in opposite directions. So let's fire this thing up and see how it runs. We'll start by throwing just a couple balls in. And as they feed into the hopper, the lifter is pulling them up and dumping them out into the spiral. Of course, this thing will handle more than just 4. If we put a whole handful in, now we start running at a little bit faster than 1 ball per second. There's the input hopper. It's got a sweeper to keep the balls from getting jammed and then funnels everything into that little channel. And then there we have the revolving door spacer that makes sure that 1 ball drops out at a time. And that is geared exactly the same way as the spinner bars. So they should be perfectly synchronized. That hopper was actually built to handle between 40 and 50 balls. And right now I have it geared at about 0.8 seconds per ball, so a little faster than 1 ball per second. And that's because I wanted this thing to be able to, if it got behind, I wanted it to be able to catch up to the spec. And I wanted it to be able to handle about 50% more than the 30 balls at a time that the GBC spec calls for. it's kind of cool to see the balls feeding in down here. And you can see how they're dropping in and just running into that bar before the one before it gets lifted up, so that they're right in line when they're ready to go. And in case you're wondering, this little thing here is a gate so that I can dump the balls out and empty the system. And there we go. Thank you for watching.